Your mind won't stop. It is a knot that only pulls tighter. Constant noise, it just keeps going, stretching you until you feel ready to break. Total tension, thought after thought, cycling through your head without an end in sight, again and again, and it never slows down. The weight of it just keeps pushing deeper, always heavy. It spreads into everything, clouding your vision and staining your peace. It feels permanent. Even the quiet moments don't feel quiet anymore. Everything is fractured. Silent pain. You're out of sync. Nothing feels the way it used to. You are just a shadow. You feel lost, praying for a direction that you just can't find, spinning in circles like there's no way out. A labyrinth with no exit in sight, trapped in the open. And something inside you is holding its breath, waiting for the squeeze to stop. Internal weight feels like it's breaking, but only you can see the damage. Invisible scars, but no one sees it. You are trembling in a room full of people, hidden fear. You carry it quietly, letting the weight pull you further down, sinking slow, trying to stay strong, but your light is starting to flicker. Exhausted, but it keeps coming back. No matter how hard you pray, the cycle continues. You feel alone, truly alone, even when people are standing right there, invisible, even when you're not. There is a wall that no one else can seem to climb. Out of reach, something feels off. A shadow that doesn't match the person you try to be. Heavy, like you're fading too, losing your edges, dissolving into the background of life, vanishing. You don't recognize yourself. The face in the glass feels like a stranger you used to know. Lost. Pieces don't feel connected. A life broken into parts that no longer fit together. Fragmented. Your energy is gone. The fuel you used to have is simply running dry, empty. You feel smaller, less significant, like a whisper in a world that only yells. Tiny, like you don't matter. Just a speck in an ocean of white and silence. Forgotten. Nothing feels steady. Every foundation you built on is starting to tremble. Unstable, like you might fall apart. One more push, one more day might be the final break. On the edge, something feels wrong. The truth you tell others doesn't match the heart you feel. Hidden, you question everything. Your purpose, your path, even the words you speak. Uncertain, even yourself. You are becoming a collection of doubts rather than a soul, multiplied, and you don't know why. Just this lingering emptiness that follows you home. Why? You try to move forward, but your feet feel heavy and anchored to the past. Stillness, but something holds you, a hidden grip that tightens every time you try to breathe. Bound, You can't see clearly. The road ahead has vanished into a cloud of what-ifs, obscured. Every direction feels wrong. 100 choices, but none of them lead to peace. Lost. You don't know where to go. Searching for a sign in a world that has gone blurry, blind. Everything feels uncertain. The future is being eaten away by the mist of today, vanished like there's no way out. A door that refuses to open, no matter how much you knock. Barred. You feel stuck, tangled in the roots of your own worries and silent fears. Trapped, going in circles. The same thoughts, playing over and over like a broken record. Repeat, thinking more, analyzing every detail until the world shrinks into a point, inward, but getting nowhere. You are running, but the scenery never changes at all. Static. It feels endless. A journey without a destination or a place to rest. Fatigue and distant. Help feels like a star in the sky, beautiful but unreachable. Far. Nothing feels solid. The floor beneath your very feet is turning into water. Unstable, even you. The core of who you are is starting to shake, trembling. Too many thoughts. They cross and knot themselves until you can't think. Overwhelmed. Too much weight. A pressure that feels like it might flatten your soul. Heavy. It's overwhelming. The world is getting smaller and much harder to breathe in. Choking. And it's growing. A small doubt is becoming a giant fracture. Breaking. You feel trapped. The walls are moving in, and there's no air left. Closed. No movement. You are trying, but the gate is locked from the other side. Stuck. No escape. Caught in the gears of your own anxiety. Pinned down. You feel unstable. A house built on sand in the middle of a storm. Shaking. Losing control. The flicker is almost gone, and the dark is so loud. Fading and sinking. Going under without a hand to pull you back up. Drowning. Nothing ahead. Just an empty and hollow white that feels like forever. Gone. You feel lost. A smudge on a page that used to have a story. Blurred. Too much in your head. 1,000 screaming voices, and none of them are yours. Noise. Too heavy to carry. Your heart is tired of fighting this battle alone. Weakness. You're exhausted, ready to give up the ghost and just disappear. Finished. But here's what you're missing. Look closer. There is light breaking through. You're not alone. Never have been. You are seen, even in the dark. Constant. You were never alone. Even when the room felt cold and empty, he was there. Something is still with you. A presence that doesn't scream, but stays steady, near. Even now, in the middle of the mess and the noise, it opens up. God was never far. He was in the breath you didn't know you took. Close, but you've been holding everything, gripping the wheel with white knuckles. Stop trying to control it, trying to force the storm to be quiet. Stillness. Trying to fix it, repairing what only grace was meant to touch. Glow. Trying to carry it all, like the weight of the world was yours to hold. Fading, but peace doesn't come like that. It isn't something you build yourself. Gift. You expected calm, but you wanted to stay the same person. Change without release. You wanted the quiet without the surrender. Loosen. But that's not how it works. The light requires an open hand. Steady. Something needs to change. Not the world around you, but the heart within. Shift. You're holding everything inside. A cup that has finally reached its limit. Overfull. Every thought, every worry you've tried to keep hidden away, spilling out. Every fear that whispered you weren't enough or that you were failing, breaking. Every pressure, the weight of expectations you couldn't possibly meet, falling. You keep it locked in. You put a lid on the chaos and the pain, locked, and call it strength. But true strength isn't found in a stone heart. Softening, but it's not. It's a defense that has become a prison. Healing. Its weight. A burden you were never designed to carry alone. Lifted. You need to let it go. Open your hands and let the ink wash away. Fading. Not hold it tighter. The more you grip, the more it hurts. Let go. Not control it. Control is an illusion that only breeds more anxiety. Relaxing. But release it. Give it to the one who can actually handle it. Dissolving. Slowly. Let the ripples fade into a quiet silver stillness. Slowing. Gently. Like the end of a storm you thought would never finish. Ceasing. Honestly. No more pretending that you have it all together. Still, that's where it begins. In the moment, you stop trying to be God, beginning, not in control, but in the beauty of being held, reflecting, but in surrender, laying down the weapons you used to fight yourself. Surrender. That's the shift. Moving from, how do I fix this, to who is with me? Shifting. That changes everything. Your perspective moves from the problem to the presence. Centered. You don't need to carry it. Put it at the feet of the one who loves you. Light. You just need to release it. Unclench your heart and let the light in. Releasing and trust. Trust that you are being carefully and perfectly held. Trusting, even if it feels hard, even if the old habits try to come back. Steady. This is the moment Your soul finally learns to breathe, to peace. Now something finally changes. The break becomes a bridge for the light. Newness, not outside where the world is still screaming, but in the quiet, deeply. But inside, a small and tender hope starts to take root. Real life, quietly, stretching deep into the grace that sustains you. Firm foundation, gently, without the rush or the panic of yesterday. Opening up, without pressure, just warmth, melting away the remaining frost. Soft light, without force, rebuilding what was broken, piece by piece, restored. Just process the slow and steady work of being mended, smoothing out your healing, reaching for the light you once feared, growing upward, even if you don't see it. The work is happening in the silence. Steady growth, even if it's slow. A millimeter of progress is still progress. Moving, it's happening. The air in your soul is finally clearing. Softness, step by step, finding your way back to the truth. Clarity, little by little. Strength that is born from your surrender. Stronger now. You're changing, not into someone else, but into yourself. Balanced from the inside out. A glow that no storm can ever blow out. Inner light. This is real peace. Not just the absence of the fight. Contentment. Not forced. It is a natural blooming of the spirit. It is time, not fake. This is a foundation that will actually hold, unshakable, but built layer by layer of trust and grace, harmonious through surrender, the highest form of moving forward, letting go through release. Finally, having the room to actually breathe, wide open. You made it through. The valley is behind. You now, survivor, even if it was hard. The scars are just where the light got in. Beautiful. You're still here, whole, beautiful, and loved by God, present. And now, the storm has passed. The surface is smooth. You are finally here. Your mind is quiet. The noise is gone. Only the truth remains in the still, not empty, but filled with a light that feels weightless, pure and clean, but peaceful. A slow drift into the grace that has always held you. You're not fighting anymore. The struggle is over. You have laid it all down. You're not forcing it. No more striving, just resting in the colors of the dawn. You're just present, here in this moment, fully aware of the love surrounding you. And that's enough to be still, to be known, to simply exist in His peace. You feel it, a warmth that doesn't demand anything from you. Total acceptance, stability, a foundation built on trust rather than fear. Perfectly balanced, calm, a deep, unshakable stillness that lives in the center of your soul. Clarity, seeing the world through eyes that are no longer clouded by worry. Peace, the kind that surpasses all human understanding, eternal and deep. Finally, you can let go of the weight you were never meant to carry. You can breathe again. Inhale the grace, exhale the fear. You are finally free. God isn't ignoring you. He hears every silent prayer you ever whispered. He is here. He's guiding you, a steady hand leading you out of the shadows, step by step, through the process, the messy and beautiful work of restoration, growing through release, unclasping your heart from the things that hurt, letting go through surrender, finding your strength in His embrace. Always steady. That's where peace lives, in the quiet center of His grace. Welcome home. Not in control, not in having all the answers, but in being known, but in trust, walking forward even when you cannot see, faith, and that's enough. To be loved exactly as you are. Rest now. That's where peace begins, in the light that never fades away. Amen.